Geniuses. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 18 Deluxe Class Bumblebee from Transformers Bumblebee. Yeah, he's a Beetle, not a Camaro. Ooh. I like him. I like him a lot. He's got a nice alt mode. Oh, whatever. Okay. So this is number 18. Hard to believe that we already have 18 figures in this line. We're about to have, what, 24 in a little bit. And that's just in the past, that's less than, 6 months? 6 months Studio Series been out. So yeah. So he rolls, he's a Beetle, and yes, he is accurate to the movie because his face is under. I'm not going to be doing a comparison with the Camaros and stuff because I honestly don't feel like transforming like 7 different figures just so I can do a comparison, only to transform them again into robot mode and then show you. So I'm only going to do a comparison with the first 3 Bumblebees that I have. So on the instruction booklet, it shows him in his battle mode, and then it shows the other toys you can get, such as Jazz, Dark of the Moon Ratchet, and Shadow Raider. He can store all of his accessories underneath. Speaking of his accessories, here are the 3 he comes with. He comes with a battle mask, a blade, and his plasma cannon. So these all look very nice. I'm gonna try and get in here. So this is the blade. Got lots of sculpted detail, and I do like this silver paint. Here's the battle mask. With some blue paint. Oh, shoot. I wish this would just focus. I wish it had kind of the hexagon look, but for a head sculpt this small, I don't think you could do that. And then it comes with this plasma cannon. And these can all store in the vehicle mode, of course. You plug in the plasma cannon right there. His blade just attaches to his arm. Like that. And then his mask comes in here. And if I can get it, should be tabbing it. There we go. So he doesn't roll as nicely when he has the weapons attached, and also you can see the mask right there. So I leave these off and put them in a plastic baggie along with, where did I put that plastic baggie? I made that. Where's my friggin' plastic baggie? Here it is. I keep it in this little plastic baggie along with Iron Man's weapons, so yeah. So to transform this, people say this is really fiddly. I don't know. I have flexible hand. My body is very flexible, so I find this to be a little easier. Sometimes it doesn't tab together. It's just really luck, depending on if it's going to tab together nicely or not. But yeah, so to transform it, it's a little different than your average Bumblebee. What you're going to do is take out this whole section here. This is a little different than the Last Night Deluxe, but it does pull out the second back window. You're just going to untab this and hinge it up, bring all of this down, move back this back bumper section, unhinge everything here, and then there's these little yellow tabs, and you can see them, and they'll just slot in to this black piece, but they don't stay in very well. You're supposed to, but they don't. Just unfold it, bring it around. Okay. Then what you're going to do is come in here to the front and pull out his arms. I usually stick my fingernail in like the ball joint attachment section and then bring it forward. Now you have a kind of messed up Beetle. Bring back the hubcaps along with the wheels. Kind of bring out the arms and rotate them to the side. Pull out his fists. Then you're going to rotate the waist section, which I've never seen on a Bumblebee figure. I think it, does that do that on the Age of Extinction Deluxe? I only have the high octane one. I don't have the regular one. That's the only Bumblebee I'm missing. And then you're going to move these sections down like so. And I raise the camera, even though he's very small. Kind of bring them all the way down, and then they'll tab in, and then you can articulate them in even more, so it creates a smoother look. Bring the arms down, like so. Bring in the back section, bring this down, bring it in, and this part can be a little scary, but you just push it all the way in. Okay, there we go. Then, last thing you have to do is unhinge these sections here on each side, and then fold in that. And there you have Studio Series 18 Bumblebee in his robot mode. And if you haven't noticed, he is extremely small. I don't care if this is in scale with all the other Studio Series. This is kind of cheating you out of $20. For $20 is a bit much. I'd say if this was on an aftermarket, I'd pay $20 for it. But I think $20 is a little ridiculous for a 4-inch figure. Yeah, you heard me right. 4 inches. Deluxe class for the past 3 years, since figures have been getting smaller, have been classified as 5 to 6 inch figures. Yeah, this is 4 inches. You can't believe me? Here's a ruler. Not even 4.5 inches. Like, he's very small. He's very good, though. I really do like this figure. You can store his weapons, of course, except for his blade. You can't store his blade anywhere, but you can store the battle mask to the window right there, and then you can store the cannon on his back, and it just hangs off the back, but that looks stupid. To change out his pieces, you just pull out this section here, you pull out his face, attach the battle mask, and then remove his arm here, where the black part touches the white part, or the silver part. You just untap that, install the plasma cannon, and then you don't do anything to this arm here, you just attach the blade. And there's Bumblebee looking very spicy. So far we've seen him use all of these weapons, except for the blade. We saw the blade in his Jeep mode, but we don't see it in his Volkswagen mode so far, at least in the trailers. So yeah, he looks really cool. I love the look of this. I think his battle mask kind of looks like the G1 toy head sculpt, which I don't know if that's done on purpose, but if it is, that is a really cool homage. I would give this a size comparison with the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. I don't have that figure, so what I am going to give you some comparisons with is, here's Studio Series 17 Shadow Raider. He is much bigger, and he's also in the same size class. Here he is with Power of the Prime's Sludge in his dinosaur mode. Here he is with You Repair Wally from 2008. Here he is with the Last Night Bumblebee. As you can see, this was a pretty small figure. This was considered a somewhat small figure when this came out last year. And now it's just made look huge by this. I'll give you comparisons with the other Bumblebees I have. These with classic Camaro Bumblebee. So as you can, this is just the first Bumblebee from the movies that was made. And this is the newest Bumblebee. Look how far we've come. This one's obviously a lot more blockier, but then again, a lot more robot bits were showing, so I think it looks nice. So this was their first attempt at making a Bumblebee figure. This is their final one. So 11 years, quite a difference. This was also $10. This is a $20 figure. Here he is. Oh shoot! I just shot one of his missiles off. Here he is with the concept Camaro Bumblebee. Now this is a beautiful figure. This is probably one of the greatest movie figures ever released. I really do love this. And he also even has a blade. How nice is that? And here he is with Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blade Bumblebee, which I think is the best deluxe Bumblebee probably ever. As you can see, he actually has all the same weapons as the Studio Series one does. He has a cannon, he has a blade, and he has a battle mask. What's the difference? Well, this one has a flip-out battle axe, which looks cool, and it's also translucent, but, well, that's movie accurate, but, his battle mask is attached to the face. Cool. And his cannon retracts into his arm. Like, wow. That's just crazy. Then again, this is a very small figure, and I don't expect them to do all these things that are attached to this. But yeah. What haven't I done? Articulation? I haven't done articulation. So, for his articulation, here's some shoulder. He's got a ball jointed shoulder, and it can go almost all the way up into here. He's got an elbow bend, an elbow swivel, and then he's got some inward movement at the fist. He has some forward movement. He has all the wait. No, I went over that. And also, he has all the same articulation with the regular pieces. The weapons don't hinder his articulation. He has some movement at the head, but it's very slight because of how tight the ball joint is, and sometimes it'll come off. He's got this hip swivel here with a ball joint that's covered by it. He's got a knee bend, and then some foot movement, and a beautiful ankle tilt. Like, this boy can do the splits. Like here. Like, look at that. That is insane. So, Studio Series number 18, Bumblebee. What do I think of it? I think he is a really good figure for how small he is. I think he accomplishes a lot of the things that I wished out of it. I don't like the door wings because they're not in the movie, but that's the only reason why I don't like them. I wish this is how Bumblebee looked in the movie, but unfortunately that's not how he does look, just with the wings. But do I recommend him? I do. I think he's really awesome, but if you're a little iffy on the price tag, then skip it, because I was a little iffy at first, but then I'm like, well, it's Bumblebee, and you know, you gotta have Bumblebee. So as always, don't believe the news, don't believe the hype spaghetti out.